Hello, Blizzard fans! This is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Ducu and Walnut on Terraform, the latter edition. This is the first replay I have cast with the latest patch of Legacy of the Void. A lot of balance changes are in this patch, and I encourage you to go back and watch my recap of all of those changes. I posted that on last Friday, I think. I'll put a card here to explain that. Alright, in the top left of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the red Zerg player. It is Ducu, or Ducu, or Ducu. I mean, there's a lot of things it could be, but I'm going to go with Ducu. In the bottom right of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Walnut. Alright, so we'll see this PvZ on the latest update to the game. The big change, though, I think for Protoss was that the Disruptor was changed entirely. Disruptor no longer does the Purification Nova where it explodes with splash damage and kills 100 Zerglings and like 20,000 Marines all at the same time. Now it's more like a Reaver from Brood War, where what it does is it shoots a energy projectile that is invulnerable, that can be directed by the player, and when it explodes it does a lot of damage. It doesn't say whether it was splash damage or not. I'll have to see how that's actually used. If Walnut chooses to use those in this game, I don't know what to expect, but that was the big change there. The other big change is all of the macro mechanics are gone from Legacy of the Void. So Chrono Boost, no more Chrono Boost. You can't Chrono Boost out workers anymore. You can't Chrono Boost upgrades or research. And Zerg players, the inject is automatic for queens now. So watch this. This queen is going to be made when you have 150 minerals. There it is. So you get the queen, it's going to pop out and immediately inject all on its lonesome, which has been a concern for some high-level players who actually want queens that don't inject immediately. They'd rather use them for creep tumors in situations that call for it. So we'll have to see what goes on in this particular situation. I think this might be at a level where the injects are just going to be automatic and not going to be a problem for Ducu, but watch this. Here we go. The suspense is killing me. Dun, dun, dun. Pop! Inject! Look at that! Woo! Immediate inject. Spawn larva is now, look at that auto cast little spinny thing. That's what that means. Auto cast. So yeah. Alright, so basically players don't have to do constant injects anymore. A couple lings are up here harassing, but this setup can deal with that no problem. Nope. Good job getting out of there by Ducu, and hatchery is up. So we basically are 2-base to 2-base right now. This Nexus is just about to finish for Walnut. And the inject, look at this. There's the inject. Oh, this is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. I mean, one of the hardest things about Zerg for new StarCraft 2 players is remembering to inject and doing the inject mechanically perfectly every single time you need to do so. You have to have something of a timer in your head that really you can only develop just after a long time of playing. And so now that that's gone, I don't know, I guess it encourages more micro out in the battlefield rather than kind of paying so much attention to home. But the other thing is that mules are gone at the same time. See, this popped up, injected. I guess you could use this one for creep tumors though, right? Yeah, I don't know how big of a deal this is. I don't know. This one injected as well. Just automatic stuff here. In the campaign for Heart of the Swarm, actually, there were no queen injects available. So the hatcheries just produced larvae as fast as they needed to. So this is actually interesting because what you can do as a Terran or a Protoss player is get in here. If you kill this queen, it does effectively slow down the macro capabilities of the Zerg player like it used to. Whoa, fast lings getting through that wall. Going to try to kill some workers. Photon overcharge, chasing them around, chasing them on up into the main here. Walnut not having happy times. Trying to kill workers. I don't know if it's going to work, though. Are we going to get a single probe kill? No. Good micro from Walnut. I don't think he lost a single probe there. No. No units lost whatsoever, but a little bit sloppy on that wall. A cannon here going to be useful at the same time. But like I was saying, you can actually kill these queens to slow down the macro production of the Zerg player, and there's really nothing you can do as Zerg to do the same thing for Protoss or Terran, because the mules just aren't there. Like, you can't prevent them from going down because they don't exist. Chrono Boost doesn't exist either, so interesting to see how this is going to work. Warp Prism now warping on in, or being built. I guess it's not warping, just being built at the Robo facility. Are we going to see disruptors? Tell me we're going to see disruptors. Where is it? Disruptor. There it is. So there's a new model down there. Can't quite see it. It's a little bit gray. I've heard Immortals have a weird graphics glitch as well. If we see any Immortals in this game, might look strange at the same time, but okay, so Warp Prism's going to be used for something. Probably going to be used to warp in stuff, though, based on where its rally point is, so never mind. I don't think we're going to see Disruptors anytime soon. Actually getting a Robo Bay is Walnut. Observer flies on in, checks stuff out. You should probably take a third base, Ducu. Time to take a third, my friend, because you know why? Protoss been on 2 base for a while now. But we are getting +1 missile attack. We're getting range for the Hydralisks. We want Hydras. Probably want Lurkers as well, just because they do that extra damage to armored, which a lot of Protoss units are. But here comes the Special Tactics Warp Prism, heading on up. Gonna see what it is up to. Scouts out this plant and immediately warps in a couple of Adepts, picks them up, and heads on out. So it's gonna be Adept Harass, which can be pretty darn good, especially because Queens don't kill those very fast. If the Hydras get back in time, though, they could actually ruin this quite quickly. Ah, it does get scouted by the Overlord. Here comes the Warp Prism. I think Walnut's going for it anyway. I don't know if this is what I would recommend. But here come the Hydras, and the Warp Prism's going to die. That's it. As well as the Adept that I got unloaded. So, boop. Goodbye, Warp Prism. Good scout, Overlord. A bit of a lucky scout, but at the same time, position your Overlords in places that dropping stuff can come hurt you Zerg players. A recommendation from FalconPaladin. Alright, so creep tumors are spreading that poopy creep everywhere across the map, even up this next area, the kind of north path, which is nice. There's just so much area to spread creep on this map. It's a little bit insane. So here he comes, scouting out the Zerglings, see exactly what is coming, and there it is. Is that an Immortal? Yep, the Immortal model is totally broken in the current patch of Legacy of the Void, so it looks like R2-D2. I don't know how else to explain it. It still works the same. I think it still does extra damage to armored and all that, but oh, Hydra's flanking from the left side. Adepts do pretty good against Hydras, though they do that extra damage to the light units. 25 damage to light with that +1 attack. Yeah. That Immortal is hilarious. It looks like R2 got stuck underground or something. Okay, here's the Disruptor. So same model. Here it is. Purification Nova shoots out a ball of energy that lasts 2 seconds and emits a powerful Nova, dealing 145 splash damage. Okay, there's the splash. And an additional 55 shield damage to nearby ground units and structures. This Disruptor is immobile while this is active. So it's not immortal. There's no immortality on the Disruptor anymore. The ball of energy, though, is immortal. So, a lot of splash damage. I don't know. It does remind me so much of Reavers. Pretty much a retread at this point. I guess Reavers can move, though. After they shot, they used to be able to move. They were just super slow. It's not really worth it. This Observer is scouting everything that is happening, Ducu. Get a, what? Get an Overseer, get a Spore Crawler, get something. Get this out of your base. It is so frustrating to see as a Zerg player. Lurker Den popping up. +2 missile attack. Yep, +2 missile attack on the way as well. Creep spread looking all right. Pretty darn fancy. Third base now up, but third base on the way for Walnut as well. Does not look good for the Zerg player. Warp Prism is here and warping in more Adepts. Going to try to make this work. Basically going for this Adept Harass. Yep, more and more Adepts being warped in left and right, getting picked up as well. A couple sitting here just to make sure this base doesn't get taken easily. Nope, never mind. They're coming up this ramp to harass. Very smart, and this Warp Prism's going on home because there's a battle here. There are Lurkers. The Lurkers and the Hydras are such a potent combination, but here we come. Alright, so basically the Disruptor shoots out little Disruptors. Is what it looks like. Disruptor, bam, does get a shot off on that Lurker. Doesn't actually manage to kill it, but oh no, walking through the spines is not good for you. The Hydras are a little bit worried about this. They're getting trapped, trying to run away, but they can't. Lurkers, are they burrowing in time? Yes, just barely. Are we going to get this Disruptor? No, here we come. Purification Nova, bam. Does kill one of the Lurkers. This one, too, manages to die. It does explode before the harassment is actually finished. Hydra's dying as well. The Lurkers doing what they can, but Walnut doing a good job staying out of the range of those spines. Not losing too much to it. Warp Prism being scattered out by this Overlord. These guys haven't gone anywhere quite yet. So here we come. Ling's getting it on side, ending up dead, unfortunately, for them. But I think we're going to retreat here if we're Ducu. This is not a good place to be. For our Zergy friend, this Overseer is super low on energy. Going to regenerate that back, though, as all Zerg units do. Creep spread looking good. I'm fairly impressed with Ducu's creep spread in this particular match. I wonder if it's consistent or not, but here we come. Warp Prism comes out finally. And is it going to... The Hydras are kind of here, but not really. There it is. The Adepts are here trying to kill workers as best they can. Same thing with these guys, killing an extractor, which is probably not their primary focus. But unfortunately for them, the Hydras show up, immediately melt face. Bam. One Adept ends up dead. The other one as well gets cleaned up. But these guys are still... Nope. They got picked up and run away. So what killed them? Second group of Hydras showed up to deal with those Adepts. Did not actually manage to get the Warp Prism, so nicely done by Walnut. Fourth base now coming up at the gold for Ducu. Creep spread. This lane would probably be nice. I mean, he's kind of blind right here all the way through here. So Walnut's army could sneak up on this lane and kill it pretty quickly without that creep spread to provide the early warning system that he needs. So popping up again. Injects going down everywhere by these queens. Just doing so well. Look at this. 25. Inject. Bam. It's like robots are doing it because they are. Purification Nova. Oh, takes out 2 lurkers. Yikes. Big freaking deal there. Alright, so disruptors are still pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, they have not been nerfed into oblivion, unfortunately, for Zerg and Terran players. But here we come again. Bam, another lurker dies. Oh, this is so hard to see as a Zerg player. But pushing on out, pretty much just with ground units and disruptors. A good concave, though, by Ducu. Going to try to force the retreat. Excellent force fields, trapping a lot of the Hydras behind. They can kind of squeeze through, but not really. He's trying to snipe down those darn disruptors, managing to get one, and the other one dies as well. But there's now a Colossus here. It does have range 8, but I'm not sure if it's quite enough. The Hydras are pushing on up in top here. The lurkers are following as well. Walnut is getting chased all the way back home. Are we going to keep chasing is the question. Oh, getting that rock tower would be nice, but no, doesn't manage to get it. The Hydras are on top of this entire ball. The Colossus taking damage as well, but being forced to retreat into the safety of this base. Colossus doing damage. 3 kills. Adepts as well. Stalkers holding their own against these workers. Here we're back with the Adepts killing more and more drones, though. This extractor might up dead as well. The Hydras trying to retreat, trying to get back home. I don't know if it's going to happen. No, they decide to stand and fight and get killed by the Stalkers, by the Colossus, and by the Adepts. These Adepts are still here, though, man. Hydra's showing up to try and deal with this. Tanking the damage is the Queen. Very intelligently. Roaches, Hydras popping on in. Eventually, the Adepts are going to die, I promise. There we go. Finally, the Adepts do get cleaned up. This base is still alive. Good drone transfer. Coming down 11 workers at the gold base. That's a nice pickup for Ducu. It's 57 to 66 total workers right now. Are we pushing out again is the question. We are. We do have a Viper. Going to probably try to pull that Colossus into the Roaches and the Hydralisks. But fourth base coming up as well for Walnut. So Walnut is no slouch in the macro department himself during this game. The creep spread is kind of stopped, which usually happens when you're focusing on other things as a Zerg player. But here we come. Walnut trying to make things happen. Moving on up. And then just moving back. Just kind of poking in, poking back on out again. Doesn't really want to commit at this point. It's Roach, Hydra, and I keep saying Infester. Roach, Hydra, Viper is the composition of choice for Ducu. +2 missile attack, +1 carapace is very nice when fighting against this particular composition. Actually going Colossus is Walnut. And again, I don't think any changes to Colossus happened in the balance update, but he's trying to make it work regardless. Taking down creep tumors. Very nice play indeed. Another creep tumor goes down. Whop. Vision is being taken from the Zerg player, which is not something you want to see ever as the Zerg. Are we going to try to yoink? I don't think we have enough for a yoink yet. Nope. Using Consume on that extractor to get enough energy for a yoink. And Walnut kind of backing out. I think he saw that Viper, that group of Vipers. I said, I don't know if I want to go in there quite yet. It's kind of a dangerous position to be in. It's 192 to 137 supply, though. Whoa, Ducu has been working hard at making a big ball of these units. But here we come. Purification Nova misses. There's the whiff. And just backs out. Just backs on out. No big deal. No big deal at all. Observer flying in, seeing what he can see. There's not an observer here. Why is there not an observer here? Spore Crawler. That's nice, I guess. It could maybe catch this observer eventually if it happens to fly over it. But here we come. Yank, and then the Disruptor ends up dead. Yanking in the Colossus. Not quite. Don't fight here, Ducu. Whoa, getting the Colossus, though. That was a good pickup. There's only one left now. Viper does have enough for another Abduct. 75 energy required. Has about 110 at this point. Closing the door, though, is Ducu. And then making sure the door is not there anymore. I guess he just kind of wanted to get rid of the threat of that rock tower falling on his units when he was going through. So pretty smart play. Anyway, here we come. Roaches, Hydras pushing on across the map. No big deal whatsoever. And, oh no, Warp Prism. Why? Oh, wrong place, wrong time for that Warp Prism. Very unfortunate for Walnut at this point. But here we come, Roaches and Hydras. I think they want to try to kill that third base. No, getting a big concave, yanking in the Colossus, sniping it down immediately. It is completely dead. All that's left are Adepts and Stalkers. A couple Archons are here as well, but they get killed almost immediately. Ducu doing a great job. Adepts holding their own. They're very tanky, especially with that shield upgrade. It's going to be very close. I don't know who's going to win this battle. The Hydras need to stay alive in order for the Zerg player to win it, but a number of Stalkers left, I think, outnumbers what is left for Ducu. Another disruption comes up. Bam! I think that might have been enough to turn the tide. Ducu's army is completely taken care of. Walnut, 107 to 112 supply, is a little bit down, but very happy that he held off that army for sure. Fourth base is still mining, though, for Ducu. Probably should be taking a fifth base sometime soon. 63 to 68 harvesters. Ducu trying to remax as best he possibly can, making more Vipers, more Hydralisks. Another Disruptor is on the way for Walnut. And we actually have a lot of idle workers. Do we? Yeah, these guys just finished mining. There's nowhere for them to go, really. This is still mining, and this is still mining, but I think they're pretty much saturated at this point. He needs another base for somewhere for these drones to happen. What are we going to do here? Oversaturate this base, or where are they going? I think they're, yep, long distance mining for the time being. Ultralisk Cavern in production. I think I saw that somewhere. Ultralisk Cavern there. Nope, that's a Roach Warren. I really don't know, but here we go. Roach Hydra. Oh no, are they going to get sandwiched? They do. They get caught. Disruptor comes in, kills a whole ton of Hydralisks, and trying to retreat here, but blinking forward is Walnut, relentless in the chase, trying to catch these Hydralisks before they can get home safely to their wives and kids. Oh, these drones are actually unprotected as well here. A lot of drones going. That's a lot of lost income for Ducu. Lost units. 27 probes have died so far in this game. Walnut is steamrolling at this point. Archon leading the way with that +3 ground attack, +2 shield upgrade as well, or armor rather. This queen getting cleaned up. Oh, another disruptor hit. Woo! Pretty darn good. 7 kills on that one, 6 kills on that one. Yeah, I think Zergs might still have some complaints there, and that's it. Ducu's defeated. Walnut is victorious, and Ducu has left the game. So, congratulations to Walnut for winning this particular game. This has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Blizzard upload. I hope you enjoyed what you liked and what you saw today here on my channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you did. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.